God, South Africans are too much, guys. South Africans are too much. They boycotted a concert that was headlined by Burna Boy until it was cancelled. I can't do. I didn't quasi. La la. The power of Twitter. Good day, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nkanelo wa Gingirikani. My name is Mandla Gingirikani wa Kamashava, welcoming you back on another episode of Nkanelo wa Gingirikani. Here we talk about music. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that whenever we do our videos, you are not left behind. You're not left behind. Today we are talking about Burna Boy, Domili Ogulu. You might be wondering who's Domili Ogulu. Domili Ogulu is actually Burna Boy. He's known as Burna Boy. He's a Nigerian musician. But when did I find out about Burna Boy? The first time I found out about him, it was through an AKA feature that they did in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. It's called All Eyes on Me. That's a song that was sampled from Brenda Fassie's 80s hit Nyasaba. I heard about him again during that Badass feature with AKA, with Younger as well. Younger was also featured in that song Badass in 2015. So guys, South Africans have been protesting on Twitter and all social networks, promising to boycott a concert headlined by Burna Boy if he's not removed. And concert organizers went ahead and removed him and also cancel the show amid complaints from South Africans, because South Africans were angered by Burna Boy's tweets back in September about South Africa being xenophobic and all that. Yeah, he tweeted that South Africans are not progressive and that he's not gonna set foot in South Africa until the South African government wakes up, or fucking wake up. So South Africans took issue with that because he said that South Africans are killing Nigerians because of xenophobic violence. But when you look at the story, you realize that actually people that died during the violence that took place in Johannesburg and Pretoria were South Africans, and there was no Nigerian that was killed. So people were saying that how can he say South Africans are killing Nigerians, and on the other hand, people that died during that violence are South Africans, you know? But for an artist such as Burna Boy to come out and say those things on Twitter and then refuse to apologize, that just exacerbated the situation, and people didn't take it lightly, and then they demanded that he be removed. And then when he was removed, they were happy. There was even a group called the Tshwane Entertainment Collective, which was actually saying that they are going to boycott that event. But they had lots of demands to the Arts and Culture Department, saying that their event organizers, South African local event organizers, are not supported by the government and some business people or business entities, saying that there's also corruption. So they were challenging corruption, and they're also challenging the inclusion of Burna Boy in that Africa Unite concert. And that was because of Burna Boy's tweets, and then he refused to even apologize. So people were angry because of that, and then he was removed, and the concert was also cancelled. Respect Twitter. Actually, let's respect social networks, guys. But I feel like Burna Boy should have apologized and then come here and then perform. I don't think South Africans would have blocked him had he apologized, you know, and move on, you know, because we in South Africa, we love our African people, you know. We love our African brothers and sisters. We do. I mean, for example, when I was in school, I played for a soccer team that was headlined or led by Zimbabwean nationals. I was playing for their team. It used to be called Zim Soccer in Grahamstown. And then that pa bendlela a team yase Zimbabwe. I mean, then here in Johannesburg, when I moved there, I was involved in a soccer team as well. In that soccer team, Rise Together, which was participating in the Alexander North Rand Football Association, I think. And we had like almost 5 or plus minus 5 Nigerians in that team. and they were playing. They were actually always part of the first team because they were good, And it's unfortunate that one of our brothers from Nigeria passed on, and then our team is currently raising money to ensure that his body is transferred back to Nigeria, because I think in the next coming 2 weeks. So we are currently raising money to help with that cause. And to come and say South Africans are xenophobic and say South Africans are less progressive and South Africans are killing Nigerians and then spreading all this falsehood, it's not going to sit well with South Africans, especially if we know that we're not xenophobic. I mean, we have lots of African brothers and sisters that we hang out with. Most of my friends come from other countries. I do have friends in Nigeria as well, not even my teammates in the soccer field, but also people that are into fashion, people who are into media. I do have friends there. And I don't know why would I even want to be xenophobic today. That is a very strong statement that South Africans didn't take lightly. And then also promising to fight, aka how do you want to come to South Africa and participate in an Africa Unite concert, but then on the other end you are promoting violence, because you promised to beat up aka. So I understand why South Africans were angry about that. And because Burna Boy is such a great musician in Africa right now. He released an album called African Giant. His album received very good reviews from big musicians like Angelique Kidjo. So he's actually a very talented musician in Africa, because we regard him as one of our own. But then if you are going to be that arrogant and refuse to apologize to South Africans for calling them xenophobic and spreading falsehood about the country and refuse to apologize, but you want to come here and perform, I feel like I'm not with you, Burna Boy. I'm not gonna be with you on that part. As much as I enjoy your album, African Giant is a very good album. That's why it was even nominated for the Grammys. And congratulations for that. We actually wish you win. But then you really have to apologize to South Africans. Well, I hope one day you will apologize. With that said, I cannot dispute the fact that Burna Boy is a talent. I mean, he comes from a family of music. I mean, his mom used to dance for Fela Kuti. His grandfather was a big friend of Fela Kuti. I think at one stage he actually managed Fela Kuti. Mr. Benson Odenide. Benson Odenide was actually a very big music critic in Nigeria. So Fela Kuti and his mom being a dancer of Fela Kuti and his grandfather as well also involved in that history. So you can see that the guy is actually really coming from a family of big musical influence, and he is talented. If you look at his African Giant album, you can see that the guy is talented. I mean, that Anybody song, everyone loves it. It's been performed everywhere. He went abroad, UK, America, filling up venues. So people do love Burna Boy, but Burna Boy really need to slow down and calm down and apologize and humble himself, especially to South Africa, because we love to see Burna Boy in South Africa. But with all of this happening, how are we gonna see Burna Boy here? Because I'd like to go to a Burna Boy concert in South Africa, but how are we gonna move on like this? So Burna Boy really have to apologize, to South Africans for what he said on social networks. He's a very big, powerful figure right now. So whatever he says, people take it very serious. There are so many people who believe that South Africans are really killing Nigerians, which was actually not true. I saw even Shoma Josie came in the fray arguing that people that were organizing that Africa Unite concert were actually not really interested in uniting Africa. Because how do you say you are uniting Africa, but you go and then pick up a guy who is causing division in Africa and make him a headline act for that concert? That's not going to happen in South Africa. So I really understand why South Africans were mad about that. I was also mad. But that doesn't mean that I'm disputing the fact that you are talented, Burna Boy. You are talented and we love to see you in South Africa. We'd like to have you here in South Africa. I'd like to come to your concert as well. So please humble yourself and apologize. Just apologize, bro. Just apologize. Just apologize and move on. We cannot continue like this. because I saw a lot of people were actually even threatening to be violent during the concert, or cause violence during the concert. I think that's actually maybe the reason why the organizers felt like maybe the concert is no longer gonna live up to its name. So I feel like it was a good idea to actually call off the concert, and I also feel it was a good decision to remove Burna Boy from headlining that concert. It was a good decision. The Tswana Entertainment Collective actually raised a lot of points to the Minister of Arts and Culture, saying that lots of business entities, government is not very supportive to South African or local music organizers, especially when they want funding or to host big events. But then when it comes to these people who come here in South Africa and want to host this Africa Unite concert, government is quick to go in there and be supportive. I know that government came up with issuing a statement that they're actually not participating. But who is fooling who? We don't know the truth. We really don't know the truth, because their artwork was used in the posters and all those things. And South Africans were not happy about the fact that government was seen to be supporting a concert which was headlined by someone who's causing divisions on social networks. And not only on social networks, because you never know how this thing's gonna end, you know. Someone could die because of a tweet. Guys, you know, Burna Boy is full of drama. He likes conflict. I can say actually he likes conflict because I remember during Coachella, he complained to the organizers that they wrote his name in small font. He commanded that they actually increase the font, and that didn't happen. So Burna Boy is always full of drama. He is always involved in conflict of some sort. I know with big stars, big musicians, they always have this ego with them, you know. But sometimes you really have to humble yourself and then calm down and apologize and move on, because that's what we need. We need to move on. We cannot be sitting here in South Africa and saying Burna Boy this, Burna Boy that. And I saw that Julius Malema, the leader of EFF, was also in trouble because of his tweet, which seemed to be supporting Burna Boy. Because I remember he tweeted that no one is going to stop Burna Boy. And South Africans were not happy about that. They attacked Julius and saying that they're not going to vote for him coming in the coming elections. So, and you can see where this whole thing is going. It's causing a lot of divisions amongst us South Africans and also amongst us Africans. And we don't want that. We don't need that, you know. But I feel like Shoma Jones was right. I liked her thread, you know. She called out all those organizers because they were not really seeming to be coming forth and condemning what Burna Boy said. No one was coming out and saying Burna Boy was wrong, please apologize, you know. No one was saying that. It was just this Tswana collective who was saying that they're going to boycott, they were going to disrupt, you know. Also South Africans coming behind that message to saying that Burna Boy is not wanted in South Africa until he can apologize. And you know, South Africans are willing to move on. Just apologize and then we move on. You know what I mean? So I just felt like talking about that Burna Boy thing. Maybe because he's still young. I mean, he's only 28. He was born 1991. He studied in the UK, his university. I'm not sure if he finished his university there, but he's such a big African musician right now and also representing us well. But the guy really have to apologize so that we can move on. Other than that, I don't have anything to say except that we South Africans are not xenophobic, and we South Africans love our African people because they are our brothers, they are our sisters. And we want music to unite us because this thing is not going well. I mean, I have friends in Nigeria, I have friends in Zimbabwe, I have friends in Namibia, I have friends in Botswana. You know what I mean? And I really have good friendships with those people. So to say that South Africans are xenophobic is not true, and that need to be recalled. Burna Boy, please apologize. Okay guys, that's all I had for you today from me, Mandla. Gingirikani wakamashaba kanuku ekestor swelekile nyora amte sinto tora ndinganiwe kume qoqotho. Salute, mingathuthumeli.